Stop scrolling. Pay attention to this right now. You know that moment when injustice hits you like a punch to the gut, your anger boils over, and all you want is to see the other person crash and burn? Yeah. Psalm 109 is not one of those sweet little verses of hope you stick on your fridge. It's a full on scream of pain. The psalmist isn't asking for blessings, isn't preaching peace. He's venting to God. He's laying it all out like, Lord, do you see what these people are doing to me? Are you just going to let this slide? Do something. And look, it might sound harsh, but let's be real. Who hasn't felt this way? Who hasn't had their blood boiling after betrayal, injustice, or a stab in the back? Who hasn't wished for instant karma, for God to serve up justice on the spot? The difference here? The psalmist doesn't take matters into his own hands. He doesn't go on Twitter to rant, doesn't post shady Instagram stories, doesn't plot revenge in the DMs. He does what most of us forget to do. He hands it over to God. But here's the tough part, waiting. Because let's be honest, we want justice now. We want the person who wronged us to go down immediately. We want lightning to strike them before lunchtime. But God, He sees the whole game, not just this round. He doesn't move on our impulse. He moves at the right time. So let's pause and think. What do you do when life feels unfair? Do you hold on to grudges until they eat you alive? Do you spread bitterness disguised as honesty? Or do you let go and trust that God sees everything? The real issue? We want divine justice for others, but mercy for ourselves. We want God to bring down the hammer on our enemies, but give us a free pass. But that's not how it works. If you're asking for justice, you better be ready for it, because God's justice is 100% fair. So before you wish the worst on someone, before you shout, God, do something, have you stopped to consider if you are ready to stand in His judgment? Because in His balance, you might have some things to answer for too. Now, let's talk. Drop a comment. When life hits you with unfairness, do you let God handle it, or do you try to fix it yourself? Let's discuss.